Alright, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we'll see all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh Shem Shad, and the honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who do rule well and teach well. And see our brother here. And I had a little bit of a long day, but I didn't want to let the day go out without me posting something. So Spirit came on me to do a short video. Just gonna bring out two scriptures. This is gonna be real short. I don't know what I'm gonna title. Oh fuck! I don't know what I'm gonna title this video. I'll think of something. Where was I? Dang man, where was I? Give me a second. Okay, here we are. Proverbs 10:15. The rich man's wealth is a strong city. The destruction of the poor is their poverty. Okay, so the rich man's wealth is a strong city. Alright, and the rich man of this time is so-called white man, which is the nation of Esau, Edom. He's the rich man. He's the one in power, pertaining to Job 9:24. We can go ahead and get that. Alright, so real rudimentary scripture here, right? The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covereth the face of the judges thereof, not where and who is he? Right? Given to the hand of the wicked, right? Nation of Edom, right? Because they're the one who rules. They do all kinds of wickedness. You can look into the MK Ultra stuff that they do to the celebrities, and basically how they use sex. They use sex magic on them to basically make these people have I think you call it dissociative personality disorder, and that's how that whole thing works. And they have like different personalities, and they can like have some code words that they use to switch the personalities on and off. They got like a kill mode, they got like a passive mode and things like that, and they do this shit to the celebrities. They don't let you get money unless you go through all that stuff. And even when they let you in the inner circle, they gotta do mad nasty shit with you. They gotta take photos of you naked in a bubble bath. When they break you in, they record the whole thing and they keep footage of it. Basically, just in case you try to expose the secrets, then they'll expose that video, and then they'll expose you. Expose us, you go ahead and try, but you're gonna be the one that's gonna get exposed. Cover the face of the judges thereof, iconoclasm. We know about that. Alright, so the rich man's wealth is a strong city, right? We know that in the scriptures, America is called a city. Babylon is called the city, which is, depending on what you read, it's talking about America. When you read about things about being utterly annihilated and no one else dwelling in the region, it's talking about America. Because America is the new Babylon. They follow the same, mystery school, heathen garbage that they did back then. The same filth that was going on back then, the same stuff they go on today, but behind closed doors. And there's more similarities. I can't really remember it, but I remember something I saw like at the start of every new year, like the president would do, like he would do something, man. They would meet up in secret and do shit, and they got their own kind of like systems where they do things like that. I don't know if it's on the new year, but these guys had their secret meetings and shit to plan shit. It's the same shit. The same way you had secret societies back then, you got secret societies, secret dealings here in America. Right, it's in a strong city, so the rich man's wealth is in his city, so the elites of Esau, so-called, not so-called, Rothschilds, Warburgs, Lee Banging families, their wealth comes from their ability to run these nations, and they're crashing these nation systems on purpose. They're fucking with the supply chain, all that stuff, and taking out the supplies, man. And really what they're doing is they're destroying their own wealth. but they're doing it on purpose. They're gonna crash these nations into, ruin, uh, and then come out and order the chaos and bring in, uh, you know, uh, the microchip, all right, and push that out, uh, and that's gonna be what they want, all right. The ones that are gonna, out here feeling the squeeze is really just the people, you know, everyday average Joey six pack Edomite, with his beer, all right. Destruction of the poor is their poverty, all right, and we're the poor, man, all right. And this is our destruction, all right, so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? Because we're the ones that represent the poor. We're not the top of the society. Um, our destruction is our poverty. I mean, just look at the projects and shit like that. What I really should do is I should link this to the curses as well, because this is I noticed this when I was reading the other day. All right. I feel pretty goofy. I was sitting here reading, and I didn't even turn it on. Fuck. Sirach 20:9. There was a sinner that have good success and evil things. There's again a turn to loss. Alright, so when a so-called white man came over to America, he brought destruction, disease, to Gad. Christopher Columbus, he wreaked havoc, and Simeon out there in DR. They brought over the Southern Kingdom over these various lands in the Caribbean, South America, North America to serve slavery. They wreaked havoc on them there. They did evil to them, tortured them, did all manners of, ridiculously cruel actions, put those iron masks on them to stop them from eating crops, would feed them scraps, would withhold food from them, would work them to death, alright, would make them work all day, not give them any rest, alright, complete wickedness, man, alright. I know for a fact, back then we had these other nations in subjection, we weren't treating them like that, alright. We may have whooped their ass, alright, because they had it coming, you know what I mean, but we didn't do some vile shit like have sex with their wife in front of them or commit adultery. There's always limits, alright, and those limits will be maintained in the kingdom, alright. Not gonna be doing just like fucking vile shit like, having sex with their wife right in front of them, man. That's some weird shit, alright, but I could talk about that another time because that really informs, how he would develop, how they would develop as a nation later on, and their choices and what they choose to put forth, such as pornography, because it's in their nature to engage with that stuff, Part of that witchcraft is the sexual aspect. They like to use the sexual aspect. Alright, so he had success in evil things, which was really, the Lord, pushed him through all that, and basically used him as a whooping stick, right? The wicked, which is that sword, which you can find in Psalms, right? And there's a gain that turned to loss. So this gain that they got, taking over these lands, is now being turned into a loss because they're going through inflation. I believe America's reached a threshold where they can't even pay off like the national debt anymore. It's mathematically impossible. So this country is going down. Prices are through the roof. People are acting up. They're gonna start acting up even more. They're gonna start, getting more and more rowdy. All right, there's rebellious contingent that's growing in this country. That will continue to grow. There's gonna be race wars and all this stuff. And as I mentioned before, right? Proverbs 10-15. Rich man's wealth is in a strong city. The rich man, he's destroying that strong city, man. All right, because he's thinking that he can escape in his little bunker in the mountains and run away. You have multiple insiders to talk about it, how they got, every single luxury item that's really expensive. A lot of that stuff, we don't need it, but like exotic shellfish and shit like that, they put that stuff up in there. Like they get chefs and all that, man. You know, you can find that in the scriptures. In Revelation, it talks about that. How they're gonna move out and move into those into the mountains and the cliffs and things like that. But yeah, I'm gonna close it off, all right? Because I think I pretty much made my point. Love on you, Shalom.